So we go to the fifth, 3-1 ball game. Roosevelt with the advantage here on Des Moines Lincoln with Laura Leonard. I'm BJ Shaban here on MC22. Hope you're enjoying our Monday afternoon coverage. The sun is bright, it's out. We've kind of settled into the shade. It's not bad.
You know, you go back to that double play, though, again, and it could be 4-1 right now for Roosevelt and have a little bit more of a comfortable lead, but the heads-up play and defense of Lincoln gets them out of it.
7-8-9, Faust. Tough play, not made, as Faust is on with an infield hit. So 7-8-9 due up here for Lincoln. Faust now, Dahlhauser, and then Rasmussen as the rail splitters try to rally. That's a tough play there for Huggins.
Yeah, got just enough of it, placed it well right over the second base bag. Good scoop over there by Lee at first, but Faust hustled down that line.
Got a runner coming into the game on a Trammell. Anna, excuse me, the sophomore, making her 12th appearance this season. Here's a bunt right back to the mound. Page's only play is to first, as Lincoln wants to try to get this one a little bit closer.
Gonna play a little small ball, just station to station. Page had the double clutch, as it took a second for Huggins to get over there and cover first base, but they get the out.
Rasmussen will foul that one away. Jaden, the sophomore, came into the series hitting at .243. 9 hits on the year. 0 for 1 so far. Shows bunt, misses there. They're going to try to take third. Here's the throw down and out at third base. What a throw by Morrow to Thompson. I beg your pardon, Burriola, who is covering up on the bag.
They show bunt, and Thompson charges. Burriola comes with the runner. And able to get there and cover third. Great throw right on the mark. Burriola slaps down the tag.
The 0-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. So Lincoln threatens, trying to brand themselves out of an inning here as we go to the bottom of the fifth. 3-1 Roosevelt. One game as we now go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Roosevelt with the advantage here. Those 3 runs in the second inning, the difference. You see a lot of goose eggs. We've got ourselves quite the pitching matchup out here. C.J. Recius against Clara Page. We knew it was going to be a dandy. 2 of the better pitchers, in all of Class 5A, and they've certainly lived up to the billing this afternoon. So Avery Vukovic will lead it off, followed by Clara Page, and then Ariana Murrow, as Roosevelt looks to add to their lead, trying to tie up the top of the standings in the Alliance Conference South. Right now, the Rails holding the top spot. Roosevelt, though, right behind them. First pitch strike here to Vukovic.
That's what you want to do, too. If you're Recius, just go ahead and set the tone, come after these hitters. See if you can have a clean inning.
8th grader so far, 0 for 2 today. That pitch just misses outside. One ball, 1 strike here to Vukovic. Again to be followed by Page and then Morrow. Here's the 1-1. On the ground towards short. Going to be hauled in by Halton. The sharp throw. Able to get Vukovic out.
Positioned perfectly. Halton able to take a couple of steps over to the third base side and make the strong throw.
Batter now is going to be Claire Page. See what she's been able to do is walked and doubled. And seeing the ball extremely well as of late. Called strike on the changeup. So it hits the outside corner.
Knowing you've got a power hitter up there, you go a little off speed, keep him off balance.
After this one, fly ball lifted out towards left field. Foul ground. And it's just going to be over the head of Swanson. Again, with the renovations here at Roosevelt High School, they put in a warning track. Sometimes when you go from that grass surface to the cinders, it makes a little bit of a different noise, a little bit of a different feel.
When you get over there in the corner too, you kind of feel like you're being pinned in a little bit, not sure how close you are to the fence.
Page still holding strong here at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach still making plays out there. Here's the 1-2. This one, line shot, left field, and it'll get past Dahlhauser. So Page is aboard with a 1-out double. Her second of the day.
Page just hits things on the line. She just hits ropes, and that's a line shot, and it just gets by Dahlhauser all the way to the fence, and Page is able to glide right into second base.
Page will run for herself here. Here's Morrow. After this one, fly ball, but it's going to go foul and out of play. Hope those windows are okay.
Yeah, those weren't part of the renovation.
No. So 0-1 here to Ariana. That pitch outside for ball 1. 3-1 game. Roosevelt with a lead on Lincoln. And the Rails started off this game with a 1-run lead. Roosevelt, their big inning, a 3-run second inning. So that one just misses.
I think Grisha's getting a little frustrated with the calls, thinking that she's got the zone. And her ball does move a lot and is just not getting the call from behind the plate. That's frustrating for a pitcher when you feel like you're making good pitches and you just aren't getting any help.
3 balls, 1 strike here tomorrow. There's 1 for 2 on the day. After this one, that's ball 4. And that'll put runners at the corners here. Or excuse me, at first and second for Roosevelt. Third walk issued by Rishis.
Corners need to be aware here. You've got Bell, a left-handed hitter up that can do a lot handling the bat.
Andy Bell takes a strike on the first pitch here. Again, Justin out here in the 5th. The 0-1. This is outside for ball 1. Well, Lincoln holding steady defensively in the outfield with Dahlhauser, Newhouse, and Phillips from left to right. Infield from third to first with Faust at third, Haldeman at short. And that's a called strike. Rasmussen and Delfino over on the right side of the infield. Corsby behind the dish. C.J. Rishis has gone 4 1/3, given up 3 runs here so far. Has struck out 5. After this one, fly ball. Shortstop there. Haltom will haul it in, and there's 2 gone.
Infield fly. Runners at first and second. Little fly ball to Haltom. And now Scott, who has been, or hit the ball very hard in her first plate appearance.
Addy after this one, ringing that one down into the corner. They're going to wave around Page. They're going to wave around Morrow. And the slide, the tag, and out at home plate as Dahlhauser able to get the ball in. What a rally as Haltom hit the cutoff. So Roosevelt able to get a run. They take a 4-1 lead. As we go to the 6th, as you're watching the Iowa High School Softball Game of the Week here on MC22.
Are you looking for metal panel? A 1 to 2.
It's a 4-1 lead for Roosevelt on Lincoln as we now go to the top of the 6th inning. Boy, some interesting way to end that game, end that inning. As you watch the slide and the tag, and slow to get up there was Ariana Morrow. Might have gotten stepped on.
And I think Corsby got cleated as well, because she was looking at her shoe and maybe took a little leather off of her shoe with that slide, but she set up perfectly on the outside part of the plate, allowing Morrow to have that lane to slide and come in. Didn't block the plate, didn't get the obstruction call, so she set up perfectly. There's great relay also by the Rail Splitters.
That's where your senior leadership comes into play there with Corsby on how to set up around the plate to get the tag. But how about the relay, though, from Dahlhauser to Haltom, and Haltom with the quick strike. That leads us to the top of the 6th inning. It'll be the top of the order due up for the Rails. Newhouse, followed by Haltom, and then Rishis. Page's initial pitch here misses inside for ball 1. Newhouse on the day, 1 out of 2. Singled and scored the lone Rail Splitter run to begin the game, and then struck out back in the 3rd. Called strike here, even at a ball and a strike.
Well, and this is where Lincoln wants to get things started. Top of the order, you got their speed. And Page working very quickly, moving the ball around in the zone.
Oh, big cut there by Newhouse.
Just a little off-speed pitch.
Kind of shaking her head like, I shouldn't have.
And they're so hard to lay off of, and Page throws it very, very well.
The 1-2 called, strike 3. This can be dropped out of the bit by Morrow, just kindly tag her. And Page picks up the strikeout. That's her 4th here on the afternoon.
So talk about the last time these two teams met last season and what they did in that it was a 2-1 game, and Page had no strikeouts in that game, and Rishis had 7 in that 2-1 game. So Rishis is doing her job.
Yeah.
Page has a few more strikeouts here in this ballgame.
Again, an all-state selection a year ago, Claire Page, and I mean, in her freshman season now, there's a lot of confidence out on the bump.
Well, you could slowly see the transition of this Roosevelt team over the course of last season, and it is a youth movement for them as well, and they just continued to gain confidence and carry that confidence into this season.
Vukovic able to haul that one in. There's 2 gone for the Rail Splitters.
Dropped those hands and just swung up, big uppercut, got it up in the air, and Vukovic, who Played it perfectly, only had to move a few steps to pull that one in.
Ataricius with the bases cleared. First pitch misses outside for ball one. See what CJ's done here today, has popped up, has struck out. Looking to try to start a rally here. That's a called strike. But Claire Page has been dealing since the first. It's only allowed a couple of hits since that first inning, in which she gave up 2 hits. This one on the ground towards third. Fielding and firing Thompson. And Jalea Lee with the good glove. So that's going to be it for Lincoln in the 6th. 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom half of the 6th when we return.
Hello, I'm Tom Coates from Consumer Credit of Des Moines. For over 30 years, we've helped thousands of people solve their financial problems.
I paid it off.
Take a look at the backdrop here at Roosevelt Field at the high school. It's in session here this afternoon as been treated here in this first game. What a pitcher's duel, but right now, a 4-1 lead for Roosevelt as they look to add some insurance runs. They're going to send up 8-9 top of the order. Lee, Swanson, and then Thompson.
Leading off for the Rough Riders, number 8, Jalea Lee.
About what you would expect for these two. Battling it out. Rails trying to calm down Jalea Lee and this Rough Rider team to have a chance in the 7th.
Well, as we talked about to start this doubleheader, that both of these teams, their goal is to win the conference championship. They are the two that are battling it out. Lincoln has that half-game lead on Roosevelt as Roosevelt lost earlier in the year to East. And now they're trying to make up some ground. And if they can sweep here, that puts them back into a tie, and the two will battle it out with 2 more to go later on in the season.
Should be fun. No question as Lee fouls off that first offering. Again, we mentioned 2 for 2, couple of RBI for Jalea. Here's the 0-1.
See if they could get her to chase. She got ahead in the count and trying to see if she could pick up a quick strike too.
That 1-1 misses high and wide. Recious with the 2-1. Boy, good fastball that time. Lee, a little tardy.
Boy, she can bring it when she wants to.
Yep.
And Lee just a little late trying to get that plate coverage.
Now the 2-2. Strike 3 as she paints the outside corner. So Recious able to get that call, and going down looking is Lee.
Good pitch right around the knees, and Lee did not offer at it and gets rung up.
6 strikeouts now for CJ Recious. Sloan Swanson with the bases cleared and 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball headed towards short. Haltom up with it. Good strong throw is going to get Swanson out on a pitch.
Really quick to the, sorry, BJ, really quick to the ball and got to it before it made that extra hop that could have made it very tough, and then she shows off the good arm over there at short.
Now to the top of the order in Thompson, who's had a hot bat here. He's made contact a couple of times, has singled and has doubled. He's also gone down on strikes. That was to begin the attack here for Roosevelt. After this one, we'll hit it foul and out of play. As Tenley Thompson, what a table setter for this Roosevelt group.
Yeah, she has done a good job of getting on base. As we talked about with that being in the left-handed batter's box, coach joked a little bit, said she likes to think that she's that lefty slapper, but we've seen her power here today and would like her to settle into that power mode.
This one fly ball lifted out towards left and making the grab is Dahlhauser. 3 up, 3 down for the Rough Riders. Can the Rails rally? We'll find out when we return here on MC 22. It's a 4-1 game as we now go to the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Delfino followed by Phillips and then Corsby. Heart of the order due up for the Rail Splitters as they're down by 3 runs. Again, Delfino, Phillips, and Corsby to face Clara Page, who's been right on target today. 5 strikeouts, no walks, and has just given up that 1 run, which was in the first inning. In fact, has had 3 innings today, Laura, where she has faced the minimum. Been very efficient, and her defense has played well behind her.
Yeah, they have put some balls in play. The defense has held their ground. They've made the plays, gotten the outs. I mean, and Paige is not that overpowering pitcher. She's got a variety of pitches, and she is going to depend on the defense to help her out, just like they do right there.
Yeah, Huggins making the play. There's 1 gone here in the 7th. And I'm afraid, you know, this was built up to be a pitcher's duel, and it certainly has been. As you see Huggins, as you mentioned, making that play. But the defenses have been pretty sound.
Defense have been positioned right. They are moving well. They're looking the ball into the glove. And so, yes, when there is contact, as that's trying to get something going for the Rails, that just gets by Burriola there at shortstop. But a line shot being aggressive at the plate, trying to provide a little spark.
5th hit of the day for the Rail Splitters. Let's take a look at that good piece of hitting here by Kylie Phillips.
Right back up the middle. Good timing.
Now Corsby takes a strike there.
And that's all you want to do, is you just want to get runners on at this point.
Tying run sitting on deck. Called strike 2. Boy, that pitch actually handcuffed Morrow a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough time catching it, but you know, you give up the base hit, you come right back, you get ahead in the count, 2 strikes.
It's when you know you got all 6 pitches dialed in, right? Here's a snap throw to first, not in time to get the runner in Phillips. And she does have 6 pitches. Have you seen the knuckle yet?
Haven't seen that yet. I think they kind of saved that one for when they maybe have a little bit bigger lead than this.
That's a change of pace. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 6 strikeouts for the freshman Clara Page. And now Lincoln down to their final out here, potentially with Ella Faust, who will dig in.
Took a little something off of that.
Faust will foul this one away for strike 1. Boy, these 2 teams are going to be tough outs too when the postseason rolls around.
Yeah, they're going to be fun to watch down the stretch, and it's been a while since the state tournament has had a Metro representative. Hoover was the last team to go from the Des Moines Metro area, and they won a title.
Yes. Yeah, that was in 4A.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Remember that for For years, the seniors who had been playing a lot of club softball decided to come out that year. And boy, did they make a splash. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball, headed foul. Page trying to cap off this game here for Roosevelt. Force a tie atop the Alliance Conference South standings. Here's the 0-2. Big swing and a miss for strike 3. Boy, 7 strikeouts today for Claire Page. And the Roosevelt Rough Riders win it 4-1 in game 1 of a doubleheader here on MC22. Boy, we'll be back to recap when we return as you're watching the Iowa High School Softball Game of the Week here on MC22.
Today.
Your home construction industry. Quote.
At Omega Grove, our warehouse and our trucks are fully stocked to save you money.
For game number 1, Roosevelt a winner 4-1 over Des Moines Lincoln. What an effort by the Rough Riders.
Yeah, they did a really good job. They got down 1 run right away. They gave up that first run, but came back in that in the second inning, and able to put across several runs and padded it with 1 more insurance run and held on.
Yeah, you'd almost want to hang your head with Recius getting that 1-run lead, but Roosevelt coming back in the second, putting 3 on the board, the difference in the game. Time now for our post-game awards. How about our player of the game?
Well, that's going to be Clara Page. I mean, she did it in the circle, but she also did it at the plate, a couple of doubles, had 7 strikeouts in the circle, really held down this Lincoln team that is powerful. They can hit balls out of the ballpark. She kept it down and kept them in check.
And you mentioned dialed in on the mound, 7 strikeouts and just yielded 5 hits on the afternoon. That 1 run, which came at the beginning of the game for Lincoln. Claire Page, our player of the game. How about the play of the game? We mentioned defense was sound, not an error in this one. And how about the double play turned by Lincoln? Thompson, or beg your pardon, Faust with a sharp throw to first. Reish is covering up on the bag with a throw in from Delfino. Double play helped the Rails defensively in this one. But it was the Rough Riders winning it 4-1 over Lincoln. We've got game 2 coming your way momentarily. Again, the final score, 4-1 Roosevelt as they knock down Lincoln again in game number 1. For Laura Leonard, I'm BJ Shaven saying see you shortly as coverage of high school softball on MC22 is a production on Mediacom in Des Moines. MC22 is your local sports programming leader.